Can you express, you mentioned, or you didn't mention, resale and foreclosure anywhere as competition, so one gap I saw. How will you compete against resale and foreclosure? Because there's kind of a risk I didn't see. That's the one thing I didn't see overcome.
Well, we've actually looked at the market in Corsicana, and we've looked at the current listings in the MLS, and there really haven't been too many foreclosures in Corsicana like there have been in Vegas or Dallas, or I guess not Dallas, but while that is a risk, we didn't think it would be very significant in Corsicana.
In resale?
What's that?
In resale?
Resale. Well, we've looked at, as you can see, we've accounted for a growing population, and a growing population would require new homes to be built. So with the trading of homes going on, there would need to be a growing inventory of homes to sell as well.
Y'all have done a great job. It's quite an impressive presentation. But I do have a question about your construction schedule. I noticed that on page 99 of the proposal, you don't put your roof on, or your roof and your shingles until a week after all your mechanicals are in. I don't think your mechanical contractors are going to want to install their stuff before the roof is covered up. And 7 days in Corsicana, it's probably going to rain. Now we'll take a look at that.
Since you're on the schedule, Charlie, has come in there as well. Can you tell me about the sequencing of mechanical, electrical plumbing installation at Ruffin?
Yeah, at Ruffin we scheduled for 2 days, so there will be a little bit of overlap, but we scheduled it with these homes being the size that they are, so that the plumber can start on one end, one side of construction, and not be working alongside the electrician, because they can't be in the same area at the same time, laying pipe and laying the lines. And so there is 2 days allotted for both our HVAC, electrical, and plumbing. But they're also not on the critical path, so there is some float there that we can manage exactly when to put them on the project and coordinate that schedule.
Okay, and the schedule indicated that they all three be going concurrently. So yeah, those three trades in a 1,200 square foot single level would be manage that time and space.
As I said, they're not on the critical path of our schedule, so they will be able to have a little bit of leeway to manage their timeline.
You've also got in your land development costs a playground and a concrete park. The playground looks like it's in phase 3, and the concrete park's in phase 4. What is the concrete park?
The concrete park was actually a typo. What was supposed to go, there's going to be sidewalks put around the edges outside of the easement along the park to accommodate the soccer field, since Corsicana is big on soccer. So it allows for that. That's what the line item was supposed to be. And I apologize, I made that mistake.
Okay, and then the playground. Where is the playground?
The playground is in the northwest corner of the easement. Just outside of the easement, there's a little community area in phase 1, and that's where the park's going to go.
It's not in the pipeline?
It's not in the pipeline, no.
My last question will be about your cost estimates. Bryce indicated that you have 0.5% margin of error. So how much flexibility does that give you?
We know that that's tight, especially for companies of our size. That's below industry average. We've done a few things that we feel make us confident in that. When we called subcontractors and suppliers in the area, we made sure that they understood that this was going to be a fixed contract. So they weren't giving me prices on a square foot basis necessarily. They gave me those prices, but once we calculated those into the home, that was going to be a fixed contract. As well as they knew that they were going to be single source labor. So we felt good that the risk for cost changes were on our subcontractors and suppliers and not on us.
Your half percent margin of error gives you about $375 to $400, depending on the plan. And I'd like you to tell me, is there much more complexity in the drywall job for a 1,465 square foot single level Juniper at 1,500 versus 2,032 square foot two-story Rosewood at 1,361?
There would be more drive. The Juniper is a one-story model, so the other home, I can't remember
Two-story Rosewood?
the Rosewood's two stories, so there's going to be more drywall there.
Yeah,
put in.
so you're budgeting a couple $100 lower for the bigger one, so you probably want to keep them driving.
That was probably my mistake. I might have got those numbers mixed up. I apologize.
That's the time we have. Thank you very much. Well done.
Yeah.